Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Melvin Jones. I'm currently a student in the creative writing graduate program here at Full Sail. I'm an alumni. I just completed my bachelor's in sportscasting back in June, and I'm here entering the creative writing program as a brand new experience. I want to enhance my sportscasting career, as well as doing some writing for other entities, such as professional wrestling and maybe some episodic writing. I also want to do some sports documentaries, and I feel as though creative writing will take me to that level. When I think of our reading and mastery book, the strategies for fighting your life's task section, it had 5 sections that we should focus on. But the first one, return to your origins. I hunkered back to when I was a child, and one of the first things I did was learn how to read. And reading the TV guide was my thing. According to my parents, I started doing this when I was the age of 2. Then I experienced my first boxing telecast back in April of 1985 when I was 3. And that is what got me to the point where I wanted to be a sportscaster. To occupy the perfect niche, I worked in television news for over 13 years. I know the ins and outs of a television station. That was my key to say that I absolutely did not want to be a sportscaster on television. I've seen what my coworkers had to go through as a video journalist, working with them out in the field. And that's something that it would take the love away from me doing sportscasting. So for me to occupy that perfect niche, it was one of those where it made me realize that doing sports on local television was not my thing. So I pursued other avenues as it is. When it comes to number 3, avoiding a false path, the one experience I could think of, and this is a story that I could really on in. This is about 6.5 years ago when I was working television news at the NBC in Las Vegas, my hometown. The weekend sports reporter berated me. It wasn't in front of anyone. It was me and her. We got into a heated conversation, and it was one of those, well, you're not on ESPN, your face is not on television, I am. That drove me into a different realm. You know, am I now pursuing this in spite of her? Or do I want to continue on doing what I love, my passion? And I think that that goes right into number 4, letting go of the past. I had to let that go. If I let that continue to hunker me and the dreams that I wanted to do, there is no way that I could pursue my dream, my goal of being a sportscaster. So I had to let that go. But it taught me one thing, and avoiding that false path, that's what that is. The final one, find your way back, in my eyes, kind of intertwined with the first one. I go back to the roots of the reason why I love sportscasting and why I wanted to do it from the beginning. Calling games and getting that info out to the public is what made me want to do this more and more. So that took me back to my origins, because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to create that magic. I wanted to paint the picture for the people who weren't in the arena. So that's what I still to this day strive on doing. And 2 personal goals I want to do within this next 3 weeks to achieve mastery is to continue to read any and everything to get me to that point and study all aspects in the field I want to go into. I believe without reading and studying, how can you master anything that you're passionate about? So for me, that's where I want to go. Once again, my name is Melvin Jones. I thank you for your time, and I'm hoping that this is the turning point for me in life to continue on to achieve all of my goals and all of my dreams.